What's happening, Rashaud? How are you?
I'm good, Charlie. How are you?
I'm very, very well. It's a nice sunny day out, and everything is good.
Can you bring the sun here to Jersey? We can use some of it right now.
I heard it's snowing there right now.
It was a little bit of snow and ice earlier this morning. So yes, not you're probably in the best place.
I'm well. I actually this is the first year I haven't seen any snow or ice, so I actually really like the snow
Yeah. Are
and
you
the.
any plans to hopefully move back to Jersey? We need you.
I don't know if New Jersey needs me, but I will definitely be visiting soon.
Awesome. Awesome. Charlie, it's you haven't gone anywhere, but it is good to have you back in our lives with new music that you seem to love and you seem excited about this new era of Charlie. What would you say is different?
This era, this era. I sound like a Twitter stan. This era of me. I think I've just I've come into my own, just life wise and music wise as well. It kind of all started when Elton John told me at a restaurant that I should really just be telling the truth in my music like I usually do, because there was a little moment where I wasn't, and I should just be responsible for all the production and really have a heavier hand in it, like I started out in my career. And he was right. And what that did is it brought me back to uh, like just singing about things that just meant a lot to me, and were basically I just started telling the truth again.
Yeah. Well, and you actually said that Elton was a bit more honest, and didn't he say that it sucked? Like he used those words or no?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
He did.
Jesus.
He was very blunt with it, but it's interesting. It's because I was thinking the exact same thing,
Ah,
and he was the first person to kind of tell it to me straight up like that, and affirmed what I was thinking. It's like, oh, it must be correct.
yeah, yeah. If it's coming from Elton John, yes.
If it's coming from Elton John. And we also found out that we are next door neighbors. That was a fun little tidbit.
Nice. Now, do you go over often for dinner or, do you see the family?
I do not. Well, he's on tour right now, so it hasn't been it hasn't been a recent thing. But I do usually just walk right over, and he has
Wow.
a friend of his makes really good pizza, so we'll go over and just have a bit of pizza. It's not like Jersey, but it's
Right.
still good.
Have you played him your new album yet?
I played him probably 5 songs out of the 12 songs, and he's liked them all a
Nice.
lot.
Nice. Awesome. You've been very lucky to meet some legends. Speaking of Elton John, some legends in his industry. Joni Mitchell. Didn't you have like dinner with Joni Mitchell?
I
I
did.
I've seen pictures with you and Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Who
Those are
calls who?
those are all those are all pretty good friends of mine. Uh,
Wow.
I got the call from Brandy Carlisle, who I know better than Joni. That was the
Okay.
first time in me meeting Joni. She is such a she sang Love Potion number 9 for me, and I got to play the piano and accompany her, so that was pretty special.
Wow.
Brandy puts these musical dinners together, and different people, all likes of the world, whoever happens to be in town at the time, they all come over to her uh, like stunning house
Wow.
that she's been in for, I think, since. And yeah, it's just a celebratory night of music.
Look at that. So is there anyone else on this legends list that you haven't met yet that you want to?
I've never met Paul McCartney. I've never met Sir Paul, but I do admire the way that he incorporates like classical isms into his music. Still does to this day, and obviously with the Beatles, it's like there's some strong similarities when you listen to a Beethoven piece to a Paul McCartney, John Lennon type song.
Yeah. So you want to meet a Beatle. That's the next person on the
Yeah,
bucket list.
I got to meet people. I got to talk to Bruce Springsteen. I got a 732 call one day. I'm like, oh, this is a telemarketer must
Yeah,
be
right?
Charlie.
Wow.
Very cool.
Now, do you guys spend time talking about Jersey or music?
Well, I had done it was this was in 2020 when we were all at home and there was
Yeah.
no sign of us all getting back into the office. And we all did Danny DeVito himself, me, I think Queen Latifah had all
I
done.
remember that. A New
Yeah,
Jersey thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a New Jersey fundraiser, and he, I'd sang "Growing off his Greetings from Asbury Park album, and he just called me up, and John Landau connected us and said that he told me that he really appreciated me singing that. And that's a
Wow,
very cool thing.
that's amazing. And it must feel good to get those kind of compliments from. It's one thing to get them from your peers, but you're talking about Elton John and Bruce Springsteen. I mean, these are legends telling you that you're good.
Quincy Jones wrote me a really nice long note in a book of his after, because I love I love the albums that he put together himself, and I think he was kind of like pleasantly surprised that I knew all of the songs off the albums, but I got to play them for him on his piano.
Wow.
Because I know some members of his family, and it was it is very cool to have these legends comment on your music.
Yeah, for sure. So you mentioned having to recalibrate after releasing some music back in 2019, and even reevaluating your relationships. How do you go about that? Is therapy involved? Do you just sit with yourself and say, well, that didn't work because of this? And how does that process work for you?
It just requires being honest with yourself and having honest a lot of conversations with myself during this album, because I'm very much used to getting off stage in places like New Jersey and having my studio in my trailer or bus, whatever have you, and there was no touring, so I had to kind of dig deep into my memories,
Yeah.
and attach some melody to them, which is challenging to do when you're alone for an extended period of time making an album, but it nonetheless, some really different music came about because of that. So I'm thankful for the experience.
Yeah, I mean, we got Light Switch, and we're gonna get a whole album called Charlie out of it,
Yeah,
which is
that's
amazing.
great. And you have heard, if you're on my TikTok page, you will have heard a lot of the songs that are on the album already, and
Yeah.
that was the goal. I want people to know uh, the album before it comes out.
Yeah, because when you were teasing Light Switch, and it was like, we need this song now, we need it now, and then when it comes out, it's like it's so familiar because you've been teasing it all this time, but not just small clips rather. You've kind of invited us, the fans, into the process of making this song. Is
Yeah,
that Was that a part of this new direction and this new era of Charlie Puth?
that was just that was not. I didn't go in with for the all intents and purposes of ramming the song down people's throats for 5 months, and having them know it before before it comes out officially. But it was the simple answer is that just the song wasn't done yet, and I just kept adding things, and kind of naturally morphed itself into this nice, I guess, marketing strategy, but it wasn't designed like that initially.
Okay, got it. Okay. I love what I call the reinvention of Charlie Puth through TikTok and social media. This evolution into a heartthrob in a sense, right? So on your 30th birthday, you posted this picture on Instagram that was a bit spicy.
Yeah.
Were you terrified to post that picture?
No,
Okay.
I should be terrified to post more things, but yeah, I guess I suppose as my lawyer called me up, who's a good friend of mine, he said that was, in his words, like that was pretty revealing.
I mean, all of your when everyone saw the picture, it was like, wait a minute, what is Charlie doing?
Charlie is doing in real life as he does in music. I don't hold back musically, and I
Wow.
guess maybe I should be a bit more conservative when it comes to visuals. But I don't know. It's all fun and games,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. And so it doesn't, it's like you post it and you walk away, or anything, anything you post on TikTok, on Twitter. Is it one of those situations where you post it and you walk away, or you're looking for some sort of comment or something like that?
I don't know what to. I don't really know what to look for in that respect. But the only pieces of content that I will regularly check up on are videos of the making of the songs, because that's all I really care about, because it's kind of like almost research for me on
Right.
how to continue on and make the next song. I know what I want out of a song, but it's good to gauge an audience perspective on it when it comes comes to just like a picture of my lunch, I'm not really seeing how that's doing.
What do you just turned 30. What do you want the next decade of your life to bring you?
I want to be responsible for the start of someone else's career musically. I want to develop a musical TV show, and I want to do all of that at the same time, and at the same time doing what I started doing in 2015, which is my own artist project.
Right.
Just continue on doing that.
Nice. So does acting fall into that? Because you tried your hand a little bit of acting with that Frito-Lay's commercial.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call that's very generous. I don't know if that's like all I did was just beatbox into a microphone and they animated it and made me look a lot cooler than I actually am. But maybe that's a little bit of acting.
Something. Do you see yourself, actually doing some legitimate stuff in the future?
Yeah, sure. I think as long as the character feels real, I don't know how well I can portray another character that is truly the dichotomy of me, but I feel like I could do it. Maybe I could do it.
Maybe.
Figure it out.
You got some time to maybe take some acting classes and figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know about acting classes. I feel like I just like watch actors. And
even better.
Who knows?
Better.
So your album. Maybe next time we speak, I'll be on this big TV show. I don't know.
The same musical TV show that you're going to make.
Yes.
Charlie, your album, your third album is supposed to be coming out sometime this summer, I think is what you said on an IG Live recently. Is it done?
It's done. I keep adding songs to it. So is anything ever done is the real question.
You might do the Kanye West thing where you'll release it digitally and you'll kind of change it as you feel fit.
I got that stem player thinking
I saw that. What is that like?
It's cool. I thought it's nice having something that isn't connected to the internet. You can just it felt like an iPod that I had in 7th grade.
Yeah.
But I realized that it's just his prior album that's on there. It's not the new Donda.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Do you see that as something that you might do for your album? Is that giving you any ideas?
No, I'll stick to the traditional radio interviews and all that nice stuff.
Awesome.
The helicopter.
Yeah, right. There's a lot going on behind you.
A lot happening right now.
Wow. Well, Charlie, it's been great to chat with you. The last time I saw you was back in 2016. You were on tour and you performed at the Count Basie Theater.
That's right.
Yeah. And
amazing. Honored.
And a lot has happened in that time, and it's great to see your growth, and very excited for Charlie to come out this summer, and loving Light Switch, of course.
Thank you so much, and thanks tell everyone thanks for playing that. I really appreciate.
Absolutely, and hope to talk to you when the album comes out.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right, take care for now. Hopefully it's not another 4 years goes by.